Hello guys, Sue Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 575. Let me just get these books out here before we actually begin the books. Anyway, today I'm gonna read you not one but two books today. Starting off with little autobiography book about Audrey Hepburn. Hope that's her last name, something like that. Anyway, so let's read it right now, shall we? So we got for us. It's written by Emily Hassan, illustrated by Ellen Surrey. Anyway, published by Golden Book New York release, copyright 2024, all reserved. Seeing here is Harina Tri-Bike, something like that. Anyway, move on. She was born on May 24th, 1929. As Audrey Kaylee Watson was born in Russell's Bowden. Okay, makes sense anyway. And the surprisingly simple name for the child of Elsa Van Haren Russell, pronounced anyway. A Duchess Boris and Joseph Victor Anthony Hepburn Rossburn. Okay, makes sense anyway. Her baby was related to an English earl who had been married to Mary Queen of Scots. Wow. Even though she was pretty in the early days in her pictures, so that was cute of her in any way. So there you go. Next page. Anyways, when Audrey was 6 years old, her father moved to London. Her mother saw her how sad she was. Wow. To cheer her up, she sent Audrey to a boarding school. Wow, okay. In England, to be near him. Exactly. But Audrey missed her older brothers. Huh? And she didn't speak English yet. And I felt worried, because you gotta understand too, because she needs to speak English, and I have to speak about how much English needs to mean to me, because English is my type of language, by the way. Anyways, and it was so hard for her to make friends. You know, that's understandable, you know. Then, when she was 8 years old, a dancer came to her school, and Audrey fell in love with ballet. Her world as she took lessons, and she devoted herself to become a ballerina. Wow, cute as a button, you know. Makes sense anyway, even though it's the cutest thing in the entire planet in the early days, like I said before. Next page. Anyways, but the world around Audrey started to fill to darkness. Wow. England and Germany were at the brink of war. Scary, I know. Audrey's mother got permission for her daughter to leave England, and her father put her in one of the last flights out of London. They thought she would be saved to her mother to Ireland. Wow. Unfortunately, World War II soon arrived there as well. After Germany took over the country in the 1940, Audrey and her mother joined their neighbors in Dutch resistance, something like that. A secret group that fought the Germans in nominous ways. Audrey hid coded messages in her shoes and delivered food and notes to English and American pilots in the forest. She got so lonely in there, you know. How much you gonna make more airports and everything like that? She was sad, lonely, you know. Next page. Anyways, for it all, Audrey's love of ballet gave her hope. Something like that. And waited for help others. She planned secrets, dance, performance, and friends, something like that. And held homes to raise money for residents, something like that. The artist had to be quiet, and the windows covered, something like that. Anyway. They took to risk having enemy, something like that. Anyway. Soldiers over clapping or sea lions come in the house. But Audrey and the dancers dazzled their neighbors in homemade felt slippers and tight knit of yarn scraps. I understand what's going on in World War II different, so there you go. That makes more sense, because World War II is in the 1940s, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go. Next page. The last year of the war was hard as a ball. Audrey's town became a battleground. Scary enough. Her family had only grass, turnips, and tulips to eat. Oh man, scary enough. These were no more energy to dancing, just survival. Wow. Then, just hope it would fade. The Germans lost the battle. Scary enough. When her family crept out of their cellar, ferry soldier handed Audrey 7 provisions chocolate bars. Anyways, United Nations workers came next, with medicine, blankets, food, and calming the brain the clown town back to life. Exactly my fault, because this is World War II we're talking about. This is 1940, something like that. Anyway, I can't remember the year, sorry. Up until 1945. Next page, 1949, 1945. Anyway, move on. After the war, Audrey and her mother moved to London so Audrey could be a dancer. Sadly, she discovered she would be tall to be a part of ballerina. Going without healthy food for so long during the war left her weak and frail. Audrey became an actress instead. Okay? Getting small parts in British films. One of those movies that took her to France. Well, there, she got the eye of the legendary French writer Colette, my dad. Well, who was casting her the new Broadway play, Gigi. Wow. Colette took one to look at Audrey and said, well, there's my Gigi. Wow. That was a good idea for movies like this in the 1950s, and 1940s, 1950s, something like that, I don't know. But that makes more sense in British and the French films. Parfait for one, and the other ones make more sense in any way. Next page, anyways. In New York City, Audrey threw herself into acting lessons and rehearsals. On opening night, she was so terrified she forgot some of her lines. But the audience loved her. So did the critics. One reviewer said, Audrey was as fresh, as frisky as a puppy out of his tub. And she was a toast of Broadway. Exactly my thoughts. There you go. As Shirley Temple said in her little days, in the 1930s movie, something like that, and something like that, for example, where I can't remember the word. Sorry. A Broadway. I can't remember the word. Sorry. I'm Shirley Temple movie of Broadway, but that's just me, the teenager. Anyway, next page. Anyways, as soon as Gigi ended, Audrey flew to Italy to act in the movie that she would make her a star. A Roman holiday. She plays Princess Anne, my dad, who ran away from her old worldwide, but also left the poor. The worldwide Audrey an Oscar for Best Actress. Daughter of a Dutch bornist, was now a Hollywood royalty for playing a princess. Wow. Audrey quickly followed with a triumph by winning a Tony Award for Best Actress for playing a war spy in a Broadway play called All Nines, my dad. A rare but double honor in 1 year. Wow. Good, that makes sense in any way. So, very good with that. So, makes more difference in any way. Next page. Anyways, Audrey worked hard and challenged herself throughout her long career. Fans loved watching her transform into many different characters. From a poor flower seller trying to change her life and My Fair Lady, to Russian communist wars and peace, to a woman who hires a burglar to steal a fake sculpture and how to steal a million. Audrey did it all. Which I agree of. So there you go. That makes more sense in any way. In the 1940s, up until I'm not sure what year she passed in the books like this. Anyway. While Audrey acting made her a movie star, French designer Hubert de Grosch's clothes made her a fashion icon. Then she made fancy gowns to give Audrey's character a makeover in Sabrina. He may use black skinny pants. Excuse me. Black turtleneck and black flats to show Audrey's free spirit when she danced in front funny face. Exactly. And she outside the glaze of New York City in the little black dress, an oversized sunglasses she wore in the breakfast at Tiffany's, something like that. Lois wanted to dress just like Audrey, and her style is still beloved today. Exactly. And that makes more sense in any way, so she's beautiful. You know? And sadly, no, excuse me, next page, anyway. After years of making movies, Audrey took time off to be with her sons, Sean and Luca. Okay? Her marriage to her fathers didn't last. She hoped to give them the happy childhood that she never had. And she wanted to do the same with her children everywhere. Joseph, UNICEF, anyway, have helped Audrey when World War II ended. It's now her turn to help them. She became a UNICEF, something like that, Goodwill ambassador, something like that. Brought aid to children in danger. Audrey used her star to draw attention to make their needs. She had traveled the world to lend a hand or give a hug. President George H.W. Bush awarded her the President Medal of Freedom for the tireless charitable work, which she continued until her death on January 20th, 1993. I was shocked because it was like Bill Clinton's the same day as Bill Clinton's elevation when she passed away. That was sad to me, I know. Last page of the book says this: the go ahead, the war is a seller could never have imagined, because how far she would travel and all the lives that she would change. Audrey's star would shine bright for her sons, movie fans, fashion stars like that, and all the children she helped around the planet. Nothing is impossible. The moral itself is, I'm impossible. It's not with my fault. It has to be good off. So there you go. So it's the Will Go book biography about Audrey Hepburn. When I read this book, it was amazing. So far, this book was a success. Now, I'm going to read one last book for this episode of Bedtime Stories, and that is, of course, the Will Go book biography book about Barbara Streisand. So let's read it right now, shall we? So we got for us. It's written by Julie Constry, illustrated by Brenda Tollins, like that. Published by Golden Book New York release, copyright 2024, already reserved. Seniors, Barbara trying to get her phone line for somebody else. I don't know why, but that's just me. Anyway. She was born on April 24th, 1942, something like that, in Brooklyn, New York, to a Jewish family. Wow. Her father was an English teacher. Her mother worked on a secretary who loved to sing. Wow. Her big brother, Sheldon, was 7 years old when she was born. Okay, makes sense. Anyway. No one knew that little Barbara would one day change the spelling of her name to Barbara. Okay? And changed the world into one of the most talented performers of all time. And I agree with that 100%. So there you go. At least do some of that little girl turn to a biggest star ever. Next page. Anyways, but Barbara's life got on a rough start. Soon after her first birthday, something like that, her father passed away. Wow, shocking enough. To make ends meet, Barbara's mother worked long hours. Excuse me. Anyway, gotta get a drink real quick. Okay, here we go. Barbara's mother worked long hours, and she and the children moved in with her parents. Now, after the father when Barbara felt different for the other kids in school. She was shy and... Sorry about that, I had food in my mouth. But anyway, sometimes teased her her classmates. Wow, scary, I know. But Barbara wasn't shy when it came to singing. Wow. She loved to sit in the stoop with her grandparents. Wow. building up and building all kinds of songs. Wow. Singing made her happy. And her and Barbara sang one of our other happies as well. Night if she performed in the school PTA meeting, all the parents and teachers cheered. Wow. I agree with that 100%. So there you go. At least do something about the singing chorus, things like that, saying what's going next until the next time she's going to tease her like that. That it needs to stop. Next page. Anyways, the boy was 8 years old. Her mother remarried and soon had a baby girl named Rosalind. Wow. Barbara felt alone and ignored by her mother and stepfather. Wow. She spent hours watching movies and wondering what it would be like to be characters on the screen. Wow. At 14, Barbara saw her first Broadway show, The Daughter of Anne Frank. I am so pleased and bored about Anne Frank. I'm sorry, I'm not a huge fan. Sorry. If you watch as teachers of my middle school, I'm not happy about Anne Frank. I'm sorry. Anyway. It's about a Jewish girl of hidden her family during World War II. After seeing the play, Barbara was knew she would be an actress. Okay, it makes sense. Anyway, move on. When her school day ended, Barbara rode the subway from Brooklyn to Manhattan. Wow. Take acting classes. She spent her summer's vacations acting, singing in theater groups in upstate New York. Wow. After high school graduation, her mother argued her get a study job as a secretary. Wow. But Barbara had other plans. She was going to be a famous performer. I have huge plans for you, for someone who watches my content. I have a life, aside from being an eligible YouTuber and things like that. I have a job at Aqua, because it makes sense, because I have to do, YouTube was not a hobby. I do it all the time. So YouTube is, I have a job, besides from being a YouTuber. But sometimes it does that, sometimes it don't. But anyway, I don't want to be too harsh about it. That's just me. Anyway, next page. Anyways, anyway, Barbara and his friend moved to a small apartment in Manhattan. Okay, she was determined to make it on her own without helping her family, something like that. Barbara went on auditions to help earn money, working in the office, clerk, something like that. A few usher, wow, okay. And a switchboard operator. She earned a talent show in a nightclub called The Lion, hoping to win a $50 prize. Wow. To chase her nerves, Barbara used her acting skills and pretended to be a character while she sang. Wow. The audience loved her. Barbara won the contest. The Lion hired her to perform there for 2 nights a week. Soon Barbara was singing at other clubs in the city. Wow. Good, that makes sense anyway. She was a good star. So there you go. Next page. Anyways, as 1961, 19-year-old Barbara auditioned for Broadway musical I Can Get It For You wholesale. The director was so impressed. He gave her the role of Miss Morristown, something like that. He was also originally written for a 50-year-old. Wow. Barbara's part was small, but her singing comedic timing stole the show. She received a Tony Award for nomination for 1962 for Best Performance and a feature actress in a musical. That same year, Barbara was signed for the first record deal. Wow. It would make sense because she's a star, At least do something about it. Next page. Anyways, that year, 1963, it was a big night one for Barbara. She performed President John F. Kennedy, who, like my good friend and inspiration, Robert McNeil, had a report on NBC News saying he got assassinated the same year. But anyway, at the White House Correspondents' Association dinner, millions of viewers turned on the Judy Garland show to hear Barbara and Judy saying, "Happy days are here again, get happy." Good enough. And in September of that year, the 21-year-old rising star married her first husband, actor Elliot Gould. The news had a lot in common They're both from Jewish families and born in Brooklyn. Something like that. They both star in the same Broadway show. Okay? A few years later, they became parents of a baby boy named Jason. Okay? Good enough. Even though it's a great idea between Jason and Barbara. And here we got gold. So there you go on that. Barbara's first husband. There you go on that. Next page. Anyways, now I've seen Funny Girl because I have the VHS copy about Funny Girl out. But I never want to touch it. But anyway, move on. Barbara returned to Broadway in 1964, playing a role of comedians, Funny Brands, and the musical Funny Girl. Audience loved the show and the songs "Go Around My Parade" and "People." Good enough. Now, I've seen the movie, never the Broadway show. Sorry, but that's just me. Next page. Anyways, now, a few years later, Funny Girl became a Hollywood movie. Okay, that's a good one, the choice anyway. Even though she had never been in the movie. Barbara was chosen to be a star. Once again, Barbara was a hit. The film won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Actress for Barbara. Polly Hall her Oscar, she gazed down at the golden statue and said the words she made famous in the film. Hello, gorgeous. Now, I've never seen bits. I've seen bits. I have recorded. I digitalized the tape on VHS. That was it, really. That's all I did. Not all of it at one time, but that's just me. Sorry. Anyway, Barbara went on to star in more movies such as the romantic dramas like The Way We Are, comedies like such as What's Up, Doc? Not the Buck Williams one, but yeah. And lavish musicals like Hello, Dolly, for her own performance, A Funny Lady, sequel to Funny Girl. Barbara was greeted by English Queen Elizabeth II. Now, in 2022, she made I talked about this during Bedtime Stories earlier. She was awarded 7 years of let's say, being court of crime. And then months later, after I did Bedtime Stories about this, she passed the age of 96. Anyway, by the 1980s, Barbara was at the top of her game. But she wanted to do more than just act and sing. Barbara wanted to direct. Wow. And that makes more sense, because she's a star, not just in being an actor and singer, but she's a director. Okay? Good enough to make films. Like me. Next page. Anyways, Barbara's director debut was a movie musical called Yentl. Wow. Based on a short story of a Jewish girl in the early 1900s. Wow. Who was pretending to be this boy who so she could study religion in school. The story was very important to Barbara, and she worked hard to go get the movie made, but just as he wanted. But he won the 1983 box, was a 1983 box of success. Anyway, more. And Barbara was the first woman in history to write, produce, and direct and star the Hollywood film. That's understandable. So there you go on that. Funny thing is too, there's another woman who directed, produced, and wrote. Her name, I don't know who her name was, but she directed Turning Red. Anyway, next page. Anyway, but she also directed Ball. But anyway, which I saw in The Incredibles 2 movie in theaters. Anyway, Ball is the only singer to have a number one 6 decades in a row. Wow, okay. But for 27 years, fans could see her perform it live. Ball admitted that she suffered from stage fright ever. She would have been forgotten the lines when she did a song in her concert in New York's Central Park. Wow. Thankfully, she worked on her fears and went to tour in 1993, starring sold out New Year's Eve show in Las Vegas. Wow. But Barbara isn't performing, writing, and of course, or performance like that. She was very active in causes she believes in. Her Strengthsland Foundation supports dozens of charities for animals, equal rights, education, and of course, the environment. In 2012, she founded the Barbara Streisand Women's Hearts and Center in Charles Sinai Hospital, Los Angeles. Wow. To thank her for all the good news she has done, In 2015, President Barack Obama rewarded Barbara with the highest citizen honor in the United States, the Presidential Freedom. And that is a good idea, Obama. Good idea. At least do something about that for having the Presidential Medal of Freedom. At least do something about that. Anyways, next page. And this is what she said anyway. That doesn't know what she said. But anyway, move on. Barbara lives in Malibu, California with her second husband, actor James Barham. The home they share both beautiful and fun. There are many buildings in their property, including one with a mini shopping mall in the basement. There is an old-fashioned sweet shop that serves popcorn and frozen yogurt. Yum. Anyways, a dress shop displaying her costumes and a shop for her antique doll collection. Barbara's never had a doll as a child. Wow. Now she has many. And that makes more sense, because I have toys as a kid. Many times. Because Funko Pops 1, 2, dolls, 3, so many other things in my collection. So there you go. Last page of the book says this. In her garden, there's a wishing well. Bloom from flowers. Barbara's restaurant wants a little girl in Brooklyn who wished to be a famous performer. Fans all over the planet are very glad her wish came true. And that makes more perfect sense anyway. So there you go. She sang like a beautiful girl to the... Now it's a 2-year-old woman. That's what she looks like. So that was a little book biography about Barbara Switzman. What do you think about this book? It was amazing. So far this book was a success. And that was the Bedtime Stories episode number 575. There are 2 books remaining because I have to do 2 books today out of all of it. Because as of today, 2 books remain out of 2 out of some of the episodes from now at least. Anyways, hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned, that's going to be Bedtime Stories episode 576 will be about World Cup biography about Tom Brady and of course Friends. Funko Pop release on World Cup biography about episode Friends, the alphabet book. Now, excuse me, I gotta get to some projects that are supposed to happen today, and I should do an LGBT's episode for you guys on Baby Lamb's Creation YouTube video on movies like that. If you watch this Baby Lamb's Creation, Soprano Simon, it's for you. And I gotta get ready for bed after I export some projects, post on social media, and upload some stuff on YouTube. Anyway, so after this is over, I gotta upload an LGBT's episode for you guys for Simon, aka Baby Lamb Creations, and I gotta get this going. To like some suggest box paper, we can more Bedtime Stories episodes we guys pretty soon. Still then, to Jefferson out. See ya.